Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Marilyn's Podcast show, Self-Love, a Conversation. I missed our bi-weekly podcast because I was on a cruise, but welcome back, everyone. I was like, I'm going to do the recording when I get back from the Bahamas, and so I am here. How are you today? I pray that you are well. I am refreshed, renewed, and I am just enjoying the life that God has given me, and I pray that you are enjoying yours.
Imagine having the power to choose what data is collected and get paid for it. Amazing, right? Presenting Tapestry, an app made with a purpose. It's your data, you should get paid for it. As a Tapestry user, you get paid for the anonymous events your phone creates as you go about your day without giving the app access to any other data. With Tapestry, it's your data and your decision. But wait, there's more. You can also earn by referring friends. Your Tapestry network grows quickly as your friends invite friends and everyone gets paid. Plus, you earn more for referring. And they can too. An app that makes earning simple and prioritizes your privacy by keeping you anonymous? That's Tapestry, the app that gets better with every tap.
Hi, everyone from Asia, Africa, the United States of America, the Virgin Islands. I want to shout out to all of you that are listening to me and continue to listen to me. I am so grateful, and I thank you for joining me every other week. And thank you for excusing me for my birthday so that I was able to enjoy time with my mother in the Bahamas. I took her with me for my 49th birthday, y'all. I turned 49, and I'm so grateful to see 49 years old because I didn't have to be here, but God said that I am supposed to be. So I continue to do the work and have him use me in ways that will edify and uplift, encourage, and bring those to Christ. That is our goal in the kingdom, is to draw all men to him. And so I welcome you once again. You know, I have been talking about several different topics in series. I've had 2 series, and one was acceptance and the other was truth. And today we are on another series. We start another series, which is boundaries. You might ask, what are boundaries? Boundaries are where one thing ends and another begins, or it's a dividing line. And sometimes we have to make sure that people do not cross that line. That line could be physical, your personal space. It could be emotional. It can also be financial. And I have experience in all 3. And so we're just going to talk about that a little bit today, about boundaries. And I would love for you to share about what areas of your life, when it comes to boundaries, that you had to make sure that you had to put in place for yourself. The scripture that I would like to share with you is Proverbs 4:23. It says, "Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are issues of life." You need to guard yourself, guys. Guard your mind, your soul, your heart with all diligence. Because, you know, the cares of this life there are all these issues, they're ongoing. But you have to make sure you guard yourself. With even physical, your personal space. You know, I like my personal space now that I am in a different place in my life, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Being even a divorcee. Now I'm a divorced woman. I like my personal space. I enjoy having my space in my home is where I want the Lord to dwell in. I want his presence in the house, and I like having my time with him. That is my personal space, is to have him in that place. I have to, my atmosphere in my home has to be an atmosphere of peace. I love peace. He says those that keep their mind on him will keep us in perfect peace. So I need my peace, and my home is my castle. And I love peace. I do this often in my home. I just, I play music and I worship, and I just love to have that time. And I think everyone should have that for themselves, right? Your personal space. We should have that for ourselves because we need it. We need that time. And then emotional. And, sometimes people will share more than they should. And sometimes those that when it deals with those emotional things, and sometimes we can share more than we should. So we have to create boundaries in that aspect, because we can't share everything with everybody. There's a lot of things that we should keep and take to the Father. Really, we should take to the Father and not to other people, because man can't really change anything. He can't change nothing, but God can change all things. So you have to be aware of that emotional aspect of sharing and others sharing with you, because some people can put the weight that they are carrying on you. Especially if you're a caring person. When you care for people, sometimes you can take on their weight. And so you have to create a boundary in making sure that you do not pick that up. When I deal with or talk with women and youth, and they're sharing certain things, sharing about their life, I have to make sure that I don't carry that with me, because there are times that I had in the past, until I learned how to make sure that I don't carry that. I have to know how to pray for them. And so I take it to the Father and pray for them in a way, because I know what the need is. So I've learned not to carry it, because I can't change anything. I can only do whatever humanly possible that I can do. But anything other than that, I take to the Father, because it deals with healing and deliverance. And we want to make sure that we are very clear on not carrying the other people's weight on us and taking it with us. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but anyone that is listening, that is someone that works in the community, that works with trauma, you got to make sure that you take care of yourself and create those boundaries in your life, physically, emotionally, and even financial. Financial is also a big issue in the lives of many today. Even with COVID arising in 2020, a lot of people were dealing with financial hardships, and it was hard to create certain boundaries, even in our finances, because people were losing jobs and savings had to be used. And those that have kept their finances even during that time, God is good. And that is so awesome. And even with most people dealing with those issues, there were people that did have boundaries that set in place, that they were not going to touch this and do other things that were going to continue to bring in finances. Like, I knew people that were doing Uber, Instacart, just different things that were going to keep income even though they lost their jobs. There were essential workers that was working during this time a lot. I was working during this time at a organization at the time, and thank God for his provision during this. But I do know a lot of people that suffered during that time. And, but, boundaries in finances. And I think that is most important. And if you had dropped, during that time, you are able to get back because things are moving, things are back in place. You're able to save. You're able to invest in many things during this time. And investment is a great way to grow in your finances. But make sure you have boundaries on how much you're spending, what you're going to put away for. We'll talk more about financial stuff later during this boundaries series. This is one of the things I really want to discuss because I have learned along the journey during COVID time when I had to close one of my businesses but making sure that I worked. I was able to work during that time, but financially I had to learn about investments at the time. So I didn't want to be left behind with finances, with the cryptocurrency and all them different things. And I surely will share with you all about these things because it's a great tool and it's great time. It's a great time right now to create that because one thing is ending and something else is beginning. And so, which is a boundary, y'all. So I want to make sure that I share with you anything that is going to be able to benefit you in this day and time because it's a new beginning. And we want to be able to invest in our physical, emotional, and financial lives, making sure that these boundaries are set within our lives and that we don't walk in the past, that we keep walking towards the future that God has for us, our destiny for us. He said he wished that we would have life and that more abundantly. But we have to create boundaries, y'all. We live in this world, but we're not of this world. And what a blessing to know Jesus. Hello. What a blessing to know him. And for ourselves, get to know him for ourselves. And we're able to create various things that will help us along our journey. And those things will bless us along the way. Well, everyone, I don't want to hold you long because I try to make sure that I keep it pretty much short, but get to the point. And I pray that you guys are well and that you continue to listen in and I continue to give you something that will be a blessing to you in your life. And I want to leave this. Make sure you create these boundaries for your life, both physical, emotional, and financial. Okay. Make sure that you create your boundaries so that you can live a life abundantly and knowing the difference, and getting that line that you want to make sure you have that dividing line when it comes to boundaries. Okay. And, leaving that old thing behind so that you can begin anew, that boundary. Okay. All right. You guys be blessed. And I look forward to seeing you again. I'm sorry, not even seeing you because I'm not going to see you. But I look forward to speaking to you again on my podcast. Look forward to my guests coming. Going to be a joy. It's going to be fun. I look forward to having my special guests on my show. So that's going to be wonderful. So look forward for that. And also be on the lookout for my courses. Become an Author. I have just published another book. It's Become an Author. So if you are interested in writing a book and want to become an author, I have a book for you. You can go to my website, www.marilynrandolph.com. It's on Amazon. And I also have my self-love devotional journal, How to Cherish, Nourish, and Protect Oneself, both spiritually and naturally. I also have Be Still, my first book, which is a book about how God had delivered me, y'all. So reach out to me, check me out on my website. I would prefer you just go to my website and www.marilynrandolph.com and be on the lookout for my course. It will be coming out soon. I'm actually working on it, which is actually more interactive course online for becoming an author. So that'll be available soon. And the Woman Rising Academy will be a new cohort, will be starting soon. So be on the lookout. It will be towards the end of June. I will give a specific date later. So it'll be the new cohort starting in June. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. I said seeing you guys. See, sometime I'm going to have to see you, right? Sometime I'm going to have to be on here and show my face or something. But if you want to see me, subscribe to my YouTube page, okay? M Blessed, I believe M Randolph Blessed. But look up Marilyn Randolph and I should pop up on YouTube, and you can subscribe and hear encouraging words throughout the week when I'm not doing the podcast. So subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys again. You guys be well. God bless you, and may God keep you, strengthen you, and just continue to walk with him during this day and hour, because times is changing and God needs all his soldiers on the front line. Y'all be well. God bless you. And I look forward to seeing you again.